Hello everyone. It's Stray Faye here with another episode of Cupid Parasite. I was just like about to say Cafe Enchanté. I'm like, wait, that happened a while ago. So yeah, Lynette lost everything. Oh, she confessed her love to Raul, and since she realized her love for a human, she lost her godliness. And became a human herself, and then in the end she lost Raul. Because Minerva had to betray us, and I guess Raul is like the reincarnation of Alexander the Great. And Minerva was able to manifest that reincarnation by shooting Raul with Lynette's bow and arrow. I don't know how that works. I'm not sure how that works. Like, it's supposed to, like, influence people's emotions and, like, feelings of love, but I don't know how it could just bring back, past lives. But anyway, I don't know how, Lynette's gonna get out of this situation, because, yeah, apparently Alexander the Great is summoning storms to Los York, and he's gonna conquer the world that way. But she has to get out of it somehow. There's still a few chapters left to go on Raul's route, so she's gotta win this somehow. Alright, so let's begin. I desire nothing. I reach for all. I hear the thundering waves from here. I glance towards the storm above the ocean as I finally arrive to discover Raul and Auntie standing on the Silver Gate Bridge, as opposed to the Golden Gate Bridge. Raul! Oh, okay, voice modulator? I don't know how Asmodeus' voice fares, but I don't know, it sounds kind of demonic.
You again. Do not call me by that name.
No, I refuse to stop. You're Raul. Raul Aconite, that's your name.
Silence! My name is Alexander. I am the proud king of Macedonia.
Raul is clad in Alexander the Great's armor that he had in his home. Okay, right. He did have that armor in his house. It didn't really look the same. He's not wearing the helmet, so. The armor clanks coldly with each movement. Ah, you're so stunning. I knew that would look perfect on you. I'm so glad I had it excavated. Oh, did Minerva, like, give it to him? Wait, I thought his dad found it. Or maybe she just, like, made it easier to be excavated. Minerva, how dare you! You stole my man! Auntie, you made Raul's dad find it? Well, of course. It's my duty as a god to guide humans, you know. I've kept watch over him since the day he was born. I was the one who saved him from the oysters, too. What an odd thing to save him from. He's like, oh crap, he's gonna get food poisoning. Food poisoning. Gotta intervene here. But it was so annoying how long it took for you to realize you loved him. I guess that Greek atmosphere really worked wonders. So, in the other routes, like, it didn't really matter who I fell in love with, right? Like, her main goal was for Lynette to fall in love and lose the bow and arrow. But do we, like, really know what happened to the bow and arrow in the other routes? Like, we know in Gil's route it got stuck in the car, so, like, she was out of luck there. But what happened to it in, like, Shelby and Ryuki's route? Like, did this happen? Like, did she take it? Or did, like, it just get lost? I don't know. Yes. Greek atmosphere? She's referring to the ruins Raul and I went to. I see. So the sudden discovery of the ruins and that four-wheel drive and even the Manticore was... Did she make that whole Disneyland ride for us? I did think the Manticore was very Minerva looking. I was like, it was like the color scheme was like her, the pink hair, like the blue for like flower accents. And I guess like the brown from like the cowboy hat too. We are simply being played with you. What? We were simply being played with you by. What? I can't speak words today. You're simply being played with by you all along, Auntie. You were the one behind all this? Oh, but the ground crumbling away wasn't me. I would never take such a dangerous risk. I just wanted you two to enjoy the adventure in safety and help your love start to bloom. Of course, the last part was totally unexpected, so I led you two out of there. It was like being at Universal Land, right? Lady Minerva was smiling with glee. There was a hint of malice in her words. Why'd you do this? Or you won't get away with this? I think it's the first option. Yeah, you won't get away with this. Now I'm just like becoming Mickey Mouse. You're not gonna get away with this! Hearts. And how exactly are you going to stop me? Everything I did was in the name of love. This is going a little bit too far, though. I bet you do the same if you were in my shoes, Cupid. I don't need anyone to approve of what I've done as long as I have him. She smiles with a hint of sadness and gently places her hand onto Raul, no, Alexander's arm. Say, Alexander, could you order me around like you did before? Oh god, she's into that. If you want, I can create storms and torrents even stronger than now. After all, I'm Minerva, the god of wisdom and war. And I don't know how she can create storms. I don't know. Maybe we could... Was she born of Zeus? I'm trying to think, like... Was she born of Zeus? Like, she, like, emerged from his cracked skull? I'm just trying to justify, like, how is she... How does she have storm power? Like you did before. Create storms and torrents. Wait. Don't tell me you're the one causing all this, Auntie. This is how I helped the Greek soldiers back during the Trojan War. Fun fact, I can control the weather better than Mars. Auntie flutters her hand elegantly. Suddenly, large drops of rain fall from the sky. He's truly fit to be one of the deconsentees. Cupid had no chance against her, and worse. I'm just a human without those arrows anymore, too. Now then, Alexander, I am your slave. Command me. Oh gosh, he has a god at his beck and call.
Very well, I ask you this. Is there a way to decimate the foolish mortals of this world?
Decimate? Your wish is my command. How about I cause a flood then? You know, like Noah. We don't want to talk about Noah here. I still have his voice in the voice modulator. But you want to decimate everything, like, you're a conqueror. If you decimate everything, you have nothing to rule, right? Right? Like Noah. There really are stories of massive floods and folklores all around the world. That might have been true. Do you remember the massive flood? So there really was a flood that great that happened before? Is that what she's implying to do? Stop it, Auntie! I thought gods were supposed to protect the humans. If you end up killing them, then you have no right to call yourself a god. I'm sorry, but this is what he wants to happen. I recall learning that Alexander the Great was born sometime around 350 BC. Which means that Auntie kept him in her mind for just about 2,350 years. There's no way I can fathom her love. That's a long time to wait. But that doesn't give me a reason to back off. I don't want to lose to her. Alexander, why do you want to kill the other humans? You're a human yourself.
Do not call me human, child. I am born of Zeus himself. I carry the blood of both Achilles and Hercules.
You're just making that up.
This world has gone mad. As king, it is my solemn duty to return all to its right form. Such unsightly light is not needed. I, as king, am the only one to shine brilliant to the people.
Alexander points to the shining bridge. I guess the unsightly light he's referring to is electricity? The light of civilization, a source that humans discovered and put to use for civilization. Calling that unsightly is completely wrong.
I will revive Macedon and rule the world. In order to do so, the foolish must be weeded.
Unbelievable! Ah, you're so cool. I haven't changed a bit since your campaign in the East.
Wait, you knew me back from my expedition to the East?
For some reason, Alexander is frowning at Auntie. He fixes his eyes on her. He doesn't seem quite as enamored with her as she is with him. Of course, I was by your side the whole time. You might not remember yet, but our days of being in love will come back to you.
Love? You?
Alexander frowns sternly as if he's trying to remember something. His awakening must have been unstable. Maybe he hasn't fully taken over yet. If so, now is my chance. One wrong move and I'm sure I'm gonna lose Raul forever. I need to sway him right now. I take a step forward. Raul!
My name is Alexander.
No, it's Raul Aconite. Please, Raul, remember me. You're not Alexander anymore. I close in Raul with no support. I'm not a god, and I don't have my divine artifact. All I can do is talk. The high winds are making it hard to hear my voice. I yell out with all my might to fight the wind. Raul, you're the one who said you loved me. Cupid, please, remember who you are.
Silence, child!
Raul, no, Alexander the Great draws his sword and points it towards me. His blade gleams viciously, but I hold my ground and look straight into his eyes. I don't know whether my voice will bring him back, but I want to meet Raul again, so... Say, Raul, you told me that you like Alexander the Great, and that you like him more than Achilles. I like Achilles' achievements during the Trojan War, but if I had to choose my fave, it'd absolutely be Alexander the Great. For a mythology nerd, I was surprised to learn you idolize actual people, but I guess it was because you were Alexander the Great in your past life. I smile and take another step forward. Alexander the Great still has his sword pointed at me.
Do not come any closer!
Well, I've been a big fan ever since my dad bought me this armor. It's been my dream to portray Alexander the Great in a movie. You mentioned that you wanted to play as Alexander as a Sillywood actor. I think you were Alexander all along. I'm sure to be great for the role. He's an experienced-based actor. You could literally say, like, I have experience being Alexander the Great. It's a shame he died from malaria at the young age of 32. Otherwise, he might have gone to conquer the entire world. I bet society would have been way different if he had a longer life. I wouldn't actually have mind seeing that world. You even said that things might have changed if he didn't die from malaria, and that you wanted to see what the world was like had he survived.
Malaria? Lies. I, Alexander, die from malaria?
Raul told me cheerfully that the world may have been different with you around. You wanted to see the world that you would create, Alexander.
I perished in war, not from malaria.
Alexander's face warps in pain. He's starting to falter. Is history, like, not accurate, or maybe he's not remembering? I guess dying from illness would seem like a shame, considering if he was truly like a warmonger.
No. What was that strange drink? I drank that and...
Say, Raul, you're a Sillywood star. No matter who you played, you would never lose to yourself. The Alexander here isn't the great king of Macedon that you looked up to. Raul, get a hold of yourself. Were you looking up to some puny, ruthless ruler who wants to abuse the power of the gods? Alexander the Great widened his eyes.
Me? Puny? Child, how dare you? Humans who defy kings are not needed in this world. I must show my power as the true king to the mortals.
Alexander the Great regains his composure and then lets out a bold smile. I'm looking at Raul, but the expression holds no semblance of Raul's features. His innocent and sunny eyes are gone, and in place is an expression befitting of an overlord to rule the world. I failed. My words weren't strong enough to bring Raul back. My vision blurs from the tears of my eyes, because the power of love isn't enough. Raul, please!
Be gone!
Alexander the Great takes a step back and readies his sword. He then swiftly thrusts his blade. Oh, what? What? The blade makes its way into my aunt! Huh? Huh? I brace for the worst with Alexander's thrust, but instead the sword impales Auntie's shoulder. Auntie! Auntie is looking at Alexander with a confused look on her face. What? Alexander? What's going on?
I will never forget what you've done, Minerva. You made me drink that horse dung of a medicine.
Horse dung of a medicine? Did she poison him back then? Is Minerva gonna die? Is she technically human, or is she like appearing as a god? No, that was a special concoction I came up with to give you everlasting youth and life. Of course I forgot how frail humans are, so it sort of destroyed your immune system too. Oh, she had the best intentions, but had the terrible results. You destroyed his immune system? Wait. That means Alexander the Great fell to malaria because of the medicine you made, Auntie. Hey, come on. Even the gods make mistakes every once in a while.
I would not have died if you did not administer me that. I could have ruled the world if you did not meddle.
Alexander angrily pulls out the impaled sword. With nothing to hold her up, Auntie falls to the ground. Bye. Auntie, are you alright? I rush towards Auntie as she looks at me with a pale face. I'm not doing great, if I'm being totally honest. And you kind of deserved it, but... Auntie looks at Alexander with a soft expression. I still love you. Auntie lets out her last words before dropping her head to the ground. Auntie! Auntie is sleeping with the most happiest look on her face. Love is truly blind, I see. I bet she's euphoric being stabbed by Alexander. Okay, storm stop this. The storm, tornado, and strong winds all subside. Probably because Auntie is knocked out cold. Okay, now we just have to deal with the man. The ocean is quiet again as we look at each other's face in awe. Alexander the Great then turns his sword towards me as I crouched on the ground. You wouldn't kill another woman, would you? I'm just an innocent little girl.
You are next.
His bold voice is nothing like Raul's voice. His madness is being directed towards me. He's going to kill me if I don't do something. I flip over my unconscious aunt and take the Cupid bow and arrows necklace hanging around her neck. Yes, we got it back! Can we use it? I stand up and focus my energy to my artifact. I'm not sure whether I can use it because I'm former Cupid now turned human. But I've been using my artifact for hundreds of years, so please. Please answer me! Cupid's bow grows in response to my voice.
What?
Alexander takes a step back, seeing me with my bow. It's kind of weird to see him surprised. Like, what? What? I look straight at him as I notch my arrow onto the bowstring. Yes, I knock Cupid's two arrows, the golden arrow and the leaden arrow. She gonna shoot him twice. Is it just like an on and off switch? I don't know, I'll just shoot him twice again, see if that brings Raul back. There's one other thing I could do after all, and this is it. Oh, yeah, CG. Oh, she has her little celestial outfit. It's like, got her godhood back. Oh, man. Didn't expect to have to fight the love interest. Okay. I position both arrows when suddenly a strong wind blows around us.
What?
Grr! My hair sways in the wind. I feel gravity pulling my body down. I can tell all of this is a sign that I'm doing something forbidden. But this is what my aunt did to bring out Alexander's personality. And that means I can bring Raul's back too. I'm gonna let my arrow loose. I grip my teeth as I hold the bow and arrows in position, but they're putting up a fight. Playing with someone's soul must be a grave sin. My arrows, my bow, and my soul as Cupid is trying to stop me from letting the arrows loose at once. Wow. And Minerva just yoinked it and just boop. Who cares? I'm the 87th Cupid, a lowly god that can easily be replaced. Unlike my aunt, who is a member of the Deconsentes, I'm weak enough for the bow and arrows to resist me. But I do my best to pull the string. Raul, listen to me! I pull the string with all my might and focus my power. I want him back. Failure is not an option. Raul, I didn't initially like you very much. You're a Sillywood actor who took girls lightly. You're someone I couldn't accept as Cupid. You're the god-loving, obsessed parasite. You kept rambling strange and weird things, so I didn't want you to find out I was Cupid. Alexander fights the wind and takes a step forward. He raises his bloody sword.
Silence!
But you didn't change a bit, even after knowing I was Cupid. You didn't hide your curiosity, and you didn't revere me as a god. You're Raul, the obsessed parasite. You're always full of questions for me. But you also knew when you were getting out of hand.
Silence! Silence!
You treated me like a normal human girl. You honored my feelings of wanting to be a human in this world. You told me you wanted to be with me regardless of whether I'm a god or not.
What are you saying? Do not get in my way!
Alexander the Great looks just like Raul, and now he is trying to kill me. His bloody sword slowly comes down on me. I maintain my stance despite the ominous tip of the blade coming in front of my eyes. Please, I want him back. I don't mind being killed by him. So please. You told me that you loved me because of who I am, which is why I fell in love with you, too. So please, come back to me. I let loose both my golden and leaden arrows just when his blade grazes my forehead. Please, divine gods. Doesn't matter whether the god is from Greek, Norse, Japan, anywhere. Also, all the generations of Cupids, please lend me your power. Raul, come back! Something broke. Oh, are we back? Is Raul back? This is orange perspective. So cold and dark. Wonder if I'm gonna die in the darkness. My mind is starting to fade. I can't move. I can't feel anything in my limbs. My mind is slowly numbing. It's like I'm stuffed inside a small box. Strange that it doesn't feel all that bad. I guess I can disappear already. I never really took myself very seriously before anyway. I've only thought about myself all this time. I spent my life focusing on having fun and living life to its fullest. I fought off alligators. I even survived a shark attack. I lived my life on a whim and let my instincts lead me. I suppose this is just one of those huge waves that's going to swallow me whole. My instincts are telling me I can't beat this thing. It's like when I was about to die because of Satan. Satan the oyster. I may as well just give up. Soon enough, I began to lose focus of who I am. Wait a second. Who am I again? Why am I here? I can't seem to remember anything. Oh well. I decide to stop fighting my pain when suddenly I hear someone's voice. At first her voice is so solemn that it actually filled my heart with sorrow. I know this person is someone precious to me. As I ponder what to do, her voice slowly changes to that of anger. Raul, I didn't like you very much. You're a Sillywood actor who took girls lightly. You were someone I couldn't accept as Cupid. Huh? What? Wait a minute. That sounds too interesting to be false. I want to hear your voice. I want to know your thoughts you've never disclosed to me before. Suddenly, I find myself struggling amid the darkness to try to get my body to move. At first, I can only move my pinky finger, but slowly I gain control of my arms and legs. Raul, come back! I hear her call my name, and just like that, I remember exactly where I should return. I hear a very soft ring as if something cracked. My strength fades the moment I let both of my arrows loose. Oh, this is Lynette. I bet I used too much power. The bow drops from my hands and I fall to my knees. Before I knew it, a hand holds me up. Huh? The bright light slowly fades. And then I find myself cradled in Raul's arms. He's embracing me after he threw his sword to the side. He's back! Aww. Surprised eyes are looking straight at me. His tension disperses the moment our eyes met. He begins to speak in a gentle tone with an expression all too familiar to me. Lynette. He calls my name. This isn't Alexander. It's coming from the person I love. Can't hold back my tears any longer. Aww. Another CG. And he's got a haircut. What happened to the armor? Raul! Raul! I wrap my arms around his back and hold him with all my might. He pats my back with shaking hands and gently replies to my hug with his own. It was as if he knew that those hands of his was about to kill me. I'm sorry that I tried to harm you, Lynette. His deep voice of regret makes me shake my head in reply. I don't care about what happened in the past. What's important is that he's back. Raul, I thought I'd never see you again. I'm not a god anymore. And even then, I wasn't a powerful god. So I wasn't sure if I could save you. I was scared. Not because I may have been killed, but because I might have lost him for good. Yeah, but I'm back now. That's all because of you. Raul whispers gently as he holds me up from crumbling to the ground. His shaking hands squeeze my back tight as if to ensure all is well now. Large hands, a familiar voice. They're back. I'm not Cupid anymore, but I was still able to use Cupid's golden and leaden arrows, unleashing them both at once as well. The only reason why Raul was able to make it back. I was in the dark all this time. Raul whispers while looking afar. No matter how far I ran, nothing was there. My body became heavy, and soon I lost all motion. I was scared, cold, and suffering in the dark. I lost any idea of who I was. Any longer and I would have disappeared. I didn't know who I was and where I was, but I still remembered you. Raul smiles and places his hand on my cheek. Thinking about what brought warmth to my heart. Wanted to meet you helped prevent me from disappearing. Then suddenly I saw a light and heard your voice. Your voice calling my name. Raul chuckles with glee. I didn't know you didn't like me back then. Huh? You're the one who said that you didn't initially like and accept me as Cupid, and that I'm the obsessed parasite who rambles about weird things. Ah, oops. I was out of control then, so I don't recall exactly what I said, but that does seem to ring a bell. But that was why I wanted to talk to you again. I had to ask whether you were serious about not liking me before. I mean, you didn't like you then, but you like you now. I wanted to learn more about things that you felt I didn't know. Suddenly my body felt light. I guess it was just me gaining control back from Alexander. Then I heard you calling my name, and after you said that you loved me, it was then that I finally remembered my name. So I was able to return because of you. Raul! It isn't Alexander the Great. My true love is in front of me right now. Tears fall from my eyes pathetically as I cry like a bawling child. Is Minerva still like... Is Minerva okay? Can we like send her back to Celestia to heal her like stab wound? I'm sorry to make you cry like this. And thank you, Lynette. Raul! Raul! Thank you, Lynette, for loving me and for doing everything you can to bring me back. You're a human now, and yet you faced fear to save me. Thank you. I thank you kindly. Oh, and thank you for giving me your honest feelings and for giving me all you've got. He's the obsessed parasite, a person who keeps pestering for information on mythology. I didn't really care for him much back then, but now that he's the one I love the most in the world, he looks at me with his usual gentle and calm expression. I love you. I'll never lose myself, so let's stay together forever. Yes. Loving warmth is back in my arms again. This was a precious moment with a loved one that I had nearly lost forever. But I brought him back. Welcome home, Raul. Sorry to keep you waiting, Lynette. Raul gave me that trademark smile of his. Memories that stood the test of time. A secret that even I, as a god, didn't know. We fought against the laws of the world that only the deconsentients knew of and won. There's no such thing as someone being reborn. It's unreal to assume that there are gods. Those are urban legends here in Los York. We avoided the world's end that no one knew was coming, and we're reunited again. Welcome home. Hope that's something I can keep repeating to him from now on. I wonder if we can live our lives as humans without intervention from the gods. Yeah, I'm sure we'll be fine. After all, love prevails. Next chapter? Oh. Our love match is Ludus. And our love match is also Ludus. Best love match. Yay. Alright. I guess this is the next chapter. We'll do one more chapter. We're so close to the end. And cut! It's been a few days since Raul's return. I'm here at the shoot for Goddess Upon the Camel Part 2 again. Yeah, that was amazing! Perfection at its finest. You did good, Raul. Heh, thank you. And you too. Can't imagine this is the first time you've done this. That was some acting there. Thank you very much! The director's words of praise is making me blush. Is she in the movie now? Yes, I'm here at the shoot alright, but not as an advisor. I'm here now to play a part in the movie. I thought their filming was almost done. She's like an extra. It all happened a few days ago when the director came back to restart the shoot after having an appendectomy. Right, he got appendicitis from eating a bad oyster. Just so happened that the movie's cameraman took a video of Raul, who was under Alexander's control. He showed everyone the video, and just when the staff started to scratch their heads as to what was happening, the director came up with a new plan. Oh my god, this is it! Fantastic! Marvelous! The director suddenly stood up and kept playing the video over and over again. He then begins crying, seeing Raul appear as Alexander the Great. This is what I wanted! The bravado! And love beyond all else! Ah, this is true love! I bet this will become a hit, just like Titan Man. The director sounds different from usual. The manager. He talks like this when he's serious. I bet Raul's weird Alexander ignited him. That wasn't an act. Whatever the case, you went a bit too far. Even if you do like that kind of weather. Come on now! Bring the playwright to me now! We need to hold a meeting! We're gonna redo this from the beginning! What? We're gonna redo everything? Wait, I thought... Hang on. There's no reason for us not to use this amazing video. It's already been posted on social media, too. Are they just scrapping the whole script from, like, Goddess Upon the Camel to make it an action movie? Like, why not just make a new movie? You're already like, almost done with this one. Well, I'm sure we got some writers making news out of it saying that it's a new promotion for the movie, but to change everything is... Don't you worry, we can do this. We won't waste everything we took until now. We got tons of ways we can use that video. But it's a romance. It's supposed to be a romance. What? Yes, His true love finally came out there, which is why all his romance scenes look fake all this time. Cameraman, you got take 1 secured, right? Well, yes, but... Alright then, we'll use Raul's acting from take 1. We'll just add the foreshadowing at the very beginning of the movie. Yeah, that'll totally work, right? It's not gonna seem like some amalgamation of 2 movies just like stitched together. That way it's more convincing and we can reuse everything we took up until now. I'm gonna make Goddess Upon the Camel into the greatest fantasy romance movie ever. This is gonna rock the movie world. Why not just make a new movie? What? Okay. And so, he somehow convinced me to be a part in the movie. Duff at the ad agency was really happy hearing that I play the role since it would help promote Cupid Corp. What about, she's not the lead actress, is it? That would probably piss off the actual lead actress. Like, it's like, hey, like, I was supposed to be the love interest in this movie. Why is this girl suddenly taking my part? Just get, like, her whole part just scrubbed out of the movie. This has happened to some people before. Like, they say they've been on, like, movie shoots and, like, or commercials. And then, like, when they finally go to see, like, the final product, they find, like, they're scrubbed out of, like, every single scene. It's like, okay. Seems like a waste. Our president also told me to go and do the shoot to promote Cupid Corp. According to the director, I'm supposed to be the lead actress, with Raul acting as Cupid. Wait, what? What? Raul is Cupid? He even added a subtitle to the movie. It's now Goddess Upon the Camel Part 2, Cupid's Delivery. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo, alright. And so, Goddess Upon the Camel Part 2 is now a completely different movie than what it was planned to be. Okay. Well, sure, the story is interesting, but I'm worried whether this will anger all the fans of Part 1. Not that anyone can stop the director now. Yeah, amazing! This is gonna be a masterpiece for sure! The shoot is moving along swimmingly as the director excitedly keeps praising everything being done. Even better is that my debut drama has your name in it. Things can't go wrong. Huh? You directed that? My name actually came from a drama called Lynette and the Six Princes of Los York. Wait. I'm thinking of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but like, this is like another movie. Some other parody. I watched it quite a while back, so I don't recall who the director was, but I guess it was him. Come to think of it, I watched that drama with Auntie. That was Auntie. My heart throbs with pain just thinking about my aunt. After all, I did like her. Did she die? Did Minerva, the goddess of war and wisdom, die? I hope she's doing fine. I look up into the sky in hopes of seeing Celestia. The last thing I remember was seeing the smiling yet unconscious Auntie being taken away into the skies by the divine soldiers. Okay, I'm assuming she's okay. Because, like, as soon as we went back to Celestia, like, Lynette's foot was, like, just poof healed. I'm guessing, like, once Minerva goes up there, she's gonna be completely fine. Probably not so much that she lost her love, but still. Ah, Alexander. So manly. Okay, she's fine. She's totally fine with getting stabbed. She's into that. We'll take care of the rest. Please wait for Mars to contact you. Sure thing. What's gonna happen to my aunt? Jupiter will deliver Minerva's sentence now, if you'll excuse us. Gee! Ah, Chi! Out of nowhere comes Chi, who swiftly sweeps down to grab the Cupid's arrow in his beak and then starts to fly away. Oh. Following Chi are the divine soldiers, taking my injured aunt to the sky. Okay, maybe that's what happened to like the bomb and the other routes. Maybe she just like yoinked it and went back to heaven. And that was the last I've seen of Chi and Auntie. Auntie's a god, so I'm sure her injuries are healed the moment she's at Celestia. Afterwards, my dad sent me an email using the smartphone confiscated from Auntie. He said that Auntie was scolded pretty badly by Jupiter and that she was sent to prison. Dad is apparently trying to clean up after what happened down here. He stressed to me in bold letters that it's harder to fix than to destroy. Pretty sure Mars is more into destroying than anything. It's like he's very Hulk smash energy. In any case, Dad must have done a great job because the human world is back to normal again. And Auntie got the punishment she deserved. Time flows slowly in Celestia, so I'm guessing she's locked in prison for a good 100 years. 100 years is more than enough to assure Raul won't be abused again and turned into Alexander, which is great, but it's a bit sad not being able to see Auntie again. Oh, Lynette, you're the better person, because I mean, she did you wrong. She used you until the very end. Can't get myself to hate her since she was the one who taught me what the human world was about so I can learn love. It's true that Auntie loved the cultures found in the human world, and it was because of her that I took a liking to the human world too. Auntie was the very one who filled my life with excitement and joy after years of me simply shooting my arrows to fulfill my duty as Cupid. She was the one who taught me the fun in movies too. Now then, let's go to the next scene. Over here, Lynette. Okay. I'm working as an actress now with the person I love. And working on a movie with the same director as the drama I watched with Auntie. She's now an actor now. That happens a lot in a lot of otome games or like dating sims where like the protagonist just becomes like the person that like she just takes on their career path. There was one, what was it, like Remember Me, I think. And like I think she was like an English major or something, but like in every route, like she falls in love with the ice cream man, she becomes the ice cream woman. She falls in love with like the doctor, she becomes a nurse. She falls in love with, I think there was a novelist, she actually became a novelist there. Like, okay, using her actual English major, but like she would just like become the thing that she was wooing instead of like following her major. Oh well, anyway, the shoot continues under the blue sky. The discoveries that come each day brings excitement strong enough to blow my worries away. Goodbye! Ta-ta! See you again! With the shoot done for the day, everyone's preparing to go home. I'm putting my things away when Raul comes to my side. Good job today. Let me take you home. Raul, same to you too. But my house is nearby, so no need to worry about me. He wants to escort you. Let the burly man escort you. I want to take you home. Raul holds my hand gently with a hint of hesitation, then lets out a smile. I wonder if he's going to only take me home again. No. Maybe you're hoping for a little more. A little bit of a happy ending, Lynette. Raul takes me home every day, but he hasn't invited me to his home like before yet. Oh, is he cherishing you? We have our dates out for dinner, and he kisses me on the cheek before we leave. We're spending our days like young college students. No wonder Claris asks me every day if he really is my boyfriend. Ever since that storm, Claire's sorry to say that she wants to live life her own way and then quit Cupid Corp. Okay. Now I'm a little suspicious, because she was in cahoots with Minerva. But now she's like, bye. I don't know, maybe she's just happy that we found love. I'm just gonna hope that she's happy that we found love. She's not working at Cutie's Diner. Something about wanting to be everyone's Claire. Okay. Well, she's in the area, I guess. Is she becoming the village bike? Wait, what? What does it mean everyone's Claire's? That would explain why Claire's has been having a blast with her nightlife, even more than she was at Cupid Corp. But the benefits... Probably not gonna get as many benefits at a diner. She rarely comes home now at night. Which is why I actually don't mind seeing him do more than taking me home. Oh, she wants to do the big whoopee. She wants to do the no pants dance. Huh? What? Raul looks at me with his gentle eyes as he tilts his head in response to my staring. He's not asking me out as casually as before now. Maybe he's just being thoughtful to not tire me out now that I'm involved with the shoot. I really don't mind spending more time talking with Raul. We haven't really had much of a conversation yet. Especially since Raul left Celestia and descended here as Alexander. Both of us aren't sure whether we can talk about what happened, so our conversation's been awkwardly bland. But we're together now. I'm just happy having him by my side. Let's go. Okay. We hold hands as we go our way. Keep thinking about how I could spend more time with him like this if I lived farther away. Oh, next chapter. We are so close to the end. Like 2 chapters away. But yeah, I think I'll save it. I think I'll save it for next time. I'm like a little tired, a little worn out from the day. But yeah, we're now just coasting on good feelings now. Like, got the happy end. If the happy end is like pretty short, then next episode we'll lump together probably the normal and bad endings all in one video. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, let's take a little break. That was very interesting. That was a very interesting side sequence with Raul being reincarnation. That took the cake. That was certainly a very fantasy-driven route. Compared to Ryuki and Shelby, they're like vanilla. Gil was weird. This was even weirder. But I liked it. It was cool. Give me a reason to use my voice modulator. I should have probably used my voice modulator now that I think about it with like the gods and stuff. I could have like made them have like a heavenly echo. But I don't know, they just seem to have like human voices just seem fine with them. Maybe I'll try to use the voice modulator more. I don't know. I don't know if other characters are gonna pop up. We still have Alan's route, and I'm like wondering what crazy stuff is gonna happen in Alan's route. Because he's like the last one. Like, they recommend doing him absolutely last, so like, you know something crazy is gonna happen. Anywho, let's end things off. I'm just babbling at this point. Yeah, so we'll finish up Raul's route in the next episode, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.